Everything works. Everything is live. So we will be right back, guys. I had a little oopsie. So we'll be right back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this illustrious evening. Fashionably late as I am, I will explain the intro. We grab a drink and then we can go. Let's switch the overlays. Overlay is still working. Great. And let's have a little explainy poops. So let's go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 13 of Final Fantasy 14, the Hanantasy 14. I'm fashionably late, and I'll explain why. As you may or may not know, I'm kind of a USB monster. I have a couple of extremely many USB devices that I use on the regularly and on the semi-regularly. There is a drawing tablet back there and all of that stuff. So if you know, you know that sometimes PCs do not have enough USB ports, and this is where these things come into play. This is a PCIe USB extension card. In this case, it is a 5-port USB 3. Okay. So this was my original card that I had in my Windows 10 PC, and this thing worked flawlessly. Under Windows 11, this just simply stopped working one day. And I imagine that a Windows update has something to do with it. Now, this is from Super Geek, and they don't have a website. So no drivers for me, card no longer available, so most likely brand is down under. Now I have a new one. I have a new one now, which has the extremely good branding of nothing. And this new one has 5 USB 3 ports and C ports, 2 of them. And the manufacturer is Shenzhen Shitutu Weikiji. The email address is literally longer than I can pronounce. So this is like Quinglech. This is like, the email address is like that. Not only did this come with a extension guide that Windows 11 is not even on there. So Windows 11 is not even on this thing, even though the advertising material specifically states it's Windows 11 compatible, and gave me one of these. Now, you may ask, well, that's a CD, man. That's a CD. Yeah, there's nothing on this CD. There's absolutely nothing burned in on this CD. This CD is just a carrier for a link that is written here. There is literally a link written on this thing. So, I plugged this into my PC against my better understanding. The USB card first didn't work. Then I had to look for new devices, then it did work. And upon restarting my PC, nothing plugged into the card, okay? The card looks like this. Nothing plugged into that card. The profile of my keyboard reset. What? Huh? So yeah, I had to fiddle around with the USB card as well as my keyboard. Now everything looks to be plug and play. Looks to be. I refuse to think that this is a defect. I think there is a driver issue with this thing. But I don't have a test system currently, so I can't really test anything like that. But that's why I'm late. It's 35. So we are about 10 minutes late. So we lost about 10 minutes for today's episode trio. Let's try to make it up. Let's go in game and let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, my keyboard reset, and I couldn't tell you why that is. Absolutely no clue. Absolutely no clue why the keyboard reset. Obviously, nothing plugged into the USB card. The keyboard is in the keyboard is in the motherboard, obviously. So the keyboard is in the motherboard, and I don't know what's going on really. And I just stopped IQ because this keyboard always worked without IQ. And turns out now the keyboard is no longer working without IQ. I don't get it. I don't really get it. I really have no clue how this is working. So this is yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why this is a thing. So yeah, I don't really understand any of these things. So I think yay me, I guess yay me. I don't really understand why this is the case. I'll figure it out later. And here we are in Gold Saucer. Let's quickly do our scratch tickets, because we might get into glamour a little bit. This is a terrible scratch, so nothing we can win here. Let's do the next scratch. A little bit of a chaotic episode today. No good scratch will come of this. And let's see what this scratch is all about. This is also already broken. This is already broken, so this is also not a good scratch. So this was terrible. All right, let's continue. Let's ignore the triple triad quest that we have for the moment. Let's ignore the triple triad quest. And, or rather, can we just, like, ignore this one? No, that's actually the introduction for MGP. However, story. Let's continue with the story. I'll figure all of the keyboard stuff out later. Why the hell my profile completely vanished. Don't know what's happening. It shouldn't block us from continuing the game, but hey, we'll see. There's Angus. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of the folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and move to a better place. This place isn't exactly costed a soul, if you know what I'm saying. Alrighty, so we had to work with a drunkard, so let's go back to Isambard. Welcome back, Izalith. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Angust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. So, let's get the next quest. If we would know what the common folk speak of their god, we have no better place to ask than the church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found in the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid quest, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial. I trust no one more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquis. He tends the graves of Lichard. He will tell you where the body is interred. Alrighty. So up we go. Up we go. Also, is audio working? Yeah, camera seems to be working. I've no clue why the profiles just straight up disappeared. Can't tell you why. It is mind-blowing to me why this happened. So let's jump up here. Game's missing a little bit of background music, but hey, I am prepared for everything today. So there's Marcus. I am Marcus. Yes, a body, of course. There have been many bodies as of late. Are you Nickelback? You are Nickelback. I apologize, miss. If you seek place of burial, then there is empty grave on top of a ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. That is Nickelback. Obviously, that is Nickelback. Can't tell me that this is not Nickelback. With his Magitech look. Look at this Magitech. Every time I look at it, makes me kick. So, where's the body burial? Let's see, let's zoom in a little. Oh, it's right behind the church. That is 100% goddamn Nickelback. So, the graveside, let's plant the corpse. Alright, corpse is down. And now let's be a good necromancer and resurrect it. Let's talk back to Nickelback, or not Nickelback. May they walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Urson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Urson within the church walls. Alrighty, within the church walls. There she is. I hear you have done us a service by burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Izalith when you next see him. You seek the knowledge of missing drybone inhabitants? It is true, I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide them in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marcus would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep, indeed. He seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thongray, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquis, and soon. Alrighty, back to Izalith. Just like the old joke says, you have my bow, you have my sword, you have your brother's corpse. As a good necromancer would say. So, let's avenge my fallen brother! You have my bow, you have my sword, and your brother! Thank you, Izalith. A burial is no easy thing, even with the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy as of late, haven't you, Izalith? Oh, it's Thongray. A pleasure, my dear Izalith. My name is Thongray, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with August more times than I care to count, but it seems that to be the truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to God. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good Sister Urson herself? Urson, she wouldn't, she couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. And you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquis, I'd swear to the 12 I've seen his face elsewhere before. Nothing that interests us, so let's take a little bit of money. I only noticed Nickelback by the beard, though. So he's really making it easy to see who he is. Sister Urson, it cannot be. Though she won't travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to children, but no. It could not be she. Could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there's one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Izalith, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Ursen's activities. Alrighty, for the children is our next quest, and we have to go way up. Way up. Alrighty. Way up. Now, Mount is still far away, 2 Grand Company levels indeed, and quite the giant cutscene away. So it is unlikely in today's stream, which encompasses 3 episodes as usual, guys. Twitch.tv/Hanantasy if you want to become a Pokemon and be visible on stream, and youtube.com/LivePlayHZTV if you just want to hang out. 3 episodes per stream as usual. If you don't want to wait, head on over to live and, well, you can talk to us and influence us and maybe play with us even when we do group content. But we have 3 hours in total today, and I don't think we'll hit level 20. We still have Hauke as our secondary dungeon, or no, Halatali. Right, we have Halatali as an extra dungeon, and I kind of want to do all of the dungeons. So even the extra dungeons we're gonna run at least once, I think, because I feel like this is kind of completing the game. A uncombed urchin. Help! Please help! Sister Ursen went out all on her own, hasn't come back. She always reads me right here. She always reads me right here about Thal and the Oda and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But if the monsters outside hurt her, please find her. Alrighty. Just by sheer knowledge of our character knows exactly where to go and doesn't have to look anywhere else. So we're absolute pros as this finding damsel in distress thing. 2 of them, so let's keep them AoEing down. Should take care of both of them. There we go. Let's aid Ursen. You are one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child. Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Okay, what about me? I'd like a reward. First yawn of the day. Pretty late. Busy day. Busy day. Lots of projects going on. But why am I walking? Lots of projects going on. This is still here. I'm lazy. I haven't put it away yet. I know. But I don't know. Does it look good in the background? A man should not be sewing. I don't give a damn. I need to fix things. And for that, I really suck at hand sewing. Really suck. Getting a machine was the thing in fixing my my whole clothing situation. So that's a good thing. Sister Ursen was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend. I will secure a room in the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the memories of orphans and risking her own well-being and doing no less. Woo! Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thangred would have us believe. Ah, well, he may be wrong, he may not be wrong. I am well glad that I reserved the inn room for Sister Ursen. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make full recovery. But now on to the matter at hand. Thangred came to looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the 2 of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Run, Hana phone. Run, Hana phone. Run, Hana phone. From A to B to C to A to B to A to C to A to B to A to B to A to B to C. That is my favorite song in this game. From my album, by the way, MMO and You, A Tale of Hannah Baggins. Something like that. Not sure yet. But yes, quest design in Final Fantasy, as questionable as ever, but as questionable as it is in any other MMO. Collect 5 of these, 10 of that, this and that. However, I think the storytelling is really good in Final Fantasy. I think the storytelling is really good. The design is pretty dated, but it is what it is. You have to have some sort of structure in the game. And I'm not gonna get old today, am I? Ah, there you are, Izalith. So good for you to come. Indeed, I have heard it all about good Sister Urson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicion about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Urson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us just say I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested your dear Izalith. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Oh well, and that's a bee hunt. Do not attack this if you are not on bee hunt duty. Because we are above, I believe, 6 levels of the red iconed enemies, we can just simply walk in there without any problem whatsoever. And I remember this being down here. So we got a queer leaflet. And just bringing that back. Okay. Doobie. So, we have to choose a grand company, alright? So, a grand company, we kind of also need to upgrade the grand company things. So, this requires us to spam a few dungeons. However, I'm not sure how much we're gonna, like, really integrate ourselves into the grand company. Because remember, this character is mainly story, nothing else. Did something tickle your fancy? This leaflet, see the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks like some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The leathering, though, is atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nald Tal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe among the Order append this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone and let us see what Sister Urson makes of it. We are lazy, so we keep teleporting. Like so. Walkie. The inn is, I believe, this thing right here. This looks pretty good. There she is. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor to this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that, I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? The blood thickens. Izalith, our culprit, pretends to be a priest, to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. I suspect we have a worthy adversary at our hands. I shall consider how to best handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Alrighty, you don't get caught, Thankre. You don't get caught. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a dead man. Oh well. Looked like a pet for a second. That is leaf mates. We do not want any leaf mates whatsoever. Posing as a priest to think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Izalith. I shall keep my ears and eyes open more than ever. So no upgrade for the items, so money we take. Crest to deceive. Okay. I have a big frog in the throat. I'm afraid I do not have any... I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have I any at this camp given me to cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair yet, my friend, an idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing the false promises to lure the poor. Let Izalith and me serve with alike by posing as impoverisher. Let me retry that. Let Izalith and me serve with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a great dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable to look after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for your disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, as long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve well. You have my thanks. Hey, listen, Izalith, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at the camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Yeah, about that, Thonkre, there is a slight problem with your idea. I get it. I should be wearing this, right? I should be wearing this for the quest. I get it. But looking at my arms and legs, I don't know. I don't really look like a peasant. So, yeah, like, at least give me a full set of gear. Sorry for yawning. You are not a refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone! Be gone, faint! Nice beard, dude. I preached the teaching of Azema, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honor of the honey of her wisdom? Azema is keeper of sun and goddess of all inquiry. All is laid bare beneath her, the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Now I remember running into here because I always run upstairs, which is obviously wrong. I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Sure, I guess. So one more in the inn and one more in the second house here as well. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows at the pawn north of the Sandgate. Okie dokie. And one more in the inn. Could be in the inn. Not in the inn? Okay. Oh, really? Is it in there? Hello? Oh, it's up there. It's 100% up there. Yeah. What a bastard. What a sneaky bastard. What is it? God, snuck again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. So why don't you keep your own kind out of that bonny pond of yours at Drybone? Okay. Speak with Chancre. Speak with Chancre. You have quite the knack for being a nuisance, Izalith. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of the Sandgate, to the east of here. The eye of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let's go there and wait kindly Wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you will be remaining in disguise. Oh, run, 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 banana phone. Run, 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 banana phone. Let's see. This way should be alright. I have a huge frog in the throat. I am very sorry. Ew. Taco flavored kisses. There you are, oh, dashing man. A fine day for catching a false priest, won't you say? A mini cute scene. You look absolutely smashing, Izalith. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Hello there, Fox.
Hello there. I was rewatching the intro because I missed it, so I was updating me on your ventures.
The ventures of USB cards and what they do to your keyboard profiles for whatever reason.
Yes, always Tech Hannah.
Always the heck out. How did that happen? I mean, the keyboard is still not fixed. I got it barely to work, but...
Can I ask something very important, very fundamental?
Okay.
How do you always find the bugs?
I have no clue. Like, these things don't even, like, correlate to each other. The keyboard is software controlled. But I added a hardware card to the system and it reset the keyboard?
But you don't buy Chinese things.
You don't have much choice on Amazon when it comes to USB cards.
True, but I didn't expect...
Well, I didn't expect that to happen at all, so...
Well, obviously. Yes.
Let's continue with the story. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls, there is no way for men to live, no way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nalthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nalt. Trust them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. What does penury mean? I don't actually know what penury means. Penury. The state of being very poor, extreme poverty. Let's say poverty.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it, and you're the English one here.
Ooh.
Penury. Yes. So it is extreme poverty. And just say poverty. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, I would have made a god-awful's mummer, Ungust. I didn't know! You bastards tricked me! Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. So I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes for brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? What kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted to schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not here telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! No, that was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrifice innocence that you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Nah, I'll just gut him. Spare me the contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ah! Not you again. Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol roads to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No! I know nothing, I swear. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe what aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There will be time enough to learn the truth. Izalith, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would ya? Pray return to the waking sand. I shall prize everything I can out from this filth. Oh, I can't use my axe. Why? These abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Alrighty. So, pray return to the waking sands, I guess. So, yep, speak with Minfilia at the waking sands.
Sorry, I was enjoying the story.
Okay. So you were enjoying Thangred. What you're saying. Gotta call it out.
I thank you very much.
Huh?
I thank you very much.
Ah, yeah, sure. Sure. You can take your pun and leave.
No.
Yeah. Can I now finally unclothe myself? Yes, thank you very much. Yes, I know.
Oh.
Well, the terrible clothing needs to go, so... Miniphilia, we are also level 30, which means we can be a warrior. Not yet, because a warrior is actually locked behind the Grand Company quests at level 20. We found that out by sheer accident, basically. That the job quest to transform your class into a job is locked behind the level 20 story quest for the Grand Companies. Welcome back, Izalith. I am pleased to tell you that you and Thongre have been getting along. I see. You must have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thongre said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice to say, they will not be willing to part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs to be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared. I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bobliputs, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment in Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all of the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Woo. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp at Central Tanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for the pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. Alrighty. So to Mutamix we go. And we are pretty much after Mudamix. I think we are at the end of today's episode. It's a little shorter one, but we kind of lost a little bit of time explaining stuff. And so we can have 2 very nice episodes after this. So tell me down in the comment section below. Longer episodes or shorter episodes? I still need to know, guys. So otherwise, I'm just gonna keep doing what I think is right. Which sometimes is good, sometimes is bad. And the fox is looking dashingly confused.
I watered your plants.
Very good.
And I'm going to water our dear friend's plants as well, even though he doesn't let me in.
Very good.
Because I'm a nice neighbor.
Who's the uplander? Come to ring tent, the Motamix bubbly pots. I imagine he is talking fast because he looks like a Salarian. Not really, but he kind of looks like a Salarian. Fight the duel drinks in airself. When full of air itself, fight the duel changes to Stony Shine. Name of materia. I skipped that one.
And big eyes! Mighty fool gains power over himself! Skazoo! What makes this reckoning that Ablenda is friend of Meliphilia? Yes! Tongue flaps 3 cheers of Mudamix with fastness! Minfilia wants Ablenda to see power of materia! Uplander brings fighty tool to Mudamix, yes! Score! Fighty tool is unstrung as eating tool. Make good teachy show of how to power of materia!
I hope the microphone picks it up.
It did.
Well, the stream software has a different actuation point than Discord. The Materia Master.
Now eyes of Uplander point at fighting tool, yes? Score! Materia join with fighting tool. Fighting tool gains power of materia. Fighting tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take fighting tool to Menfilla.
Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out etheric constitutes from piece of equipment and then crystallizing them.
Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond. That being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its own spirit.
Oh god,
When ye attach a piece of materia to gear, ye imbue the host item with its power. That's our master Mudamix turned a dagger of yours from summit as we've struggled to cut stake into a weapon worth wielding.
Score! Uplander wishes to be joined of materia. Then Uplander best fills brain case with knowing of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tonguey flops with Leonie Moonies of Mudamix.
that's actually not easy to do. My throat hurts.
By the way, the microphone picks it up fine.
Good. Or rather, bad, because then I have to keep doing it. Pray return to the waking sands. No!
Where am I? I can
Um,
never remember the number of our friend's house. Ah, there it is.
what?
Okay,
Hiya.
I found it. It's number. Okay.
It's number 4 or 6, I believe.
4.
Oh yeah, the Tridiots have a free company. If you have seen the World of Warcraft series, you know that the Tridiots are the Fox, Sani, and myself. We're the 3 idiots, so we're the Tridiots. And our guild is, as usual, Lumania. And Lumania, well, if you don't know, have we actually talked about the lore of Lumania?
I don't think you have.
Don't think I have. Well,
No.
then you know what to do, guys. If you want to know the lore of Lumania, you have to come either into the stream, or leave a comment down below. And if you know where Lumania is from, cool. If you don't know, well, just ask. However, speaking to Minfilia most likely will induce quite the length of cutscenes, because that's what Minfilia does. She is a woman through and through, which means she never stops talking. Hey! Oh, I'm getting a look. What kind of look am I getting, Fox?
I don't know. I'm just thinking. I'm just counting the days.
Well, guys, this has been episode 13 of the Final Fantasy Hanantasy 14 series. This game's a lot of fun. I love this game. And as usual, the stream has 3 episodes, so we're gonna hop onto the second episode of the stream. You know where to find us. Tell us down in the comment section below if you know where Lumania is from. I don't actually think you can Google it. I don't want to give too many tips. But I don't think you can actually Google it, because it is a very specific reference. So guys, take care. We'll see each other in the next episode. Bye bye. Alright, I need to be AFK because I am out of homebrew. So
Bad.
yes,
Very
I know.
bad.
No, so this is the last bit I have.
Oh.
Looks like whiskey is not whiskey.
No, definitely not. It's risky, but it's not whiskey. It's not pish. Hi.
quickly check if I can fix the keyboard, because that is mildly annoying. Let's see if I can fix the keyboard really quick. You delete pro.
The slice is right.
Really weird. Really, really weird. Okay. Hold on. If I reboot this thing now. Okay. Has gotten even weirder. Gotten even weirder.
So far, so good. Okay. Oh. Oh, I got pushed off, damn it.
And I. Oh well, let me check if. At least, let's work it like. Oh. Not great, but this should fix most of the issues that I have currently. Okay. So, let's go episode 14. Minfilia probably talks a lot. Huh?
I need to show you something afterwards. I just remembered.
Not like after stream or when afterwards?
I can show you now if you like.
Yeah, sure.
It's something very, very important.
Oh no. Oh.
I found a fox pen. And it's not focusing.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 14 of Hanantasy 14. I have to shake my head at the fox because the fox showed me her new pen, and her pen is huge. So... No, the fox has now what pen, Fox? You wanna tell the people what kind of pen you have?
It's a fox pen.
She now has a fox pen. Took her only
And-
780 years to get one.
And it writes in orange.
And it writes.
You can't see it.
Guys, what you can't see is that every time I get something from the fox, there is a fox sticker included somewhere. And one has been living on my monitor corner, like in this corner right here on my monitor. And like the ears falling off, and it's like...
Yeah, but I didn't send you that one. That's the one that I left there for you to find.
Is that worse or better? I don't know what is. Guys, let's go back into the game. We have gameplay to do. Minfilia has probably a lot to talk. So let's get on in and let's talk to Minfilia. Welcome back, Izalith. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure as you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Izalith, so make it your ally. This is what we call a soft tutorial. The game basically tutorialized that, hey, there is this materia function, you can imbue gear, you might be interested in that. It is not a hard tutorial because it doesn't prevent us from progressing if we don't do that. But this is what we call a soft tutorial. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. Lord of the Inferno, we are going towards the first primal fight. A word has arrived from Thongray concerning our investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will be present at an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer a fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Izalith. Thongray is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you save some for him, such as his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray, take yourself to Camp Drybone. They say pray a lot in this game. And report to the Flame Sergeant leading to the mission. May you walk into the light of the crystal. And my question surely goes to the Fox. If we are to fight Ifrit, you wanna join us?
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Fox, you have new gear. I believe yesterday or 2 days ago, we updated your gear. How much stronger did that make you, and how much gear did you upgrade?
That's like, what was it, like something like 70% stronger?
You went from item level, I believe, somewhat around 60.
40. No, I was at 45 still.
45, so we had item level 45, and what are you now?
No, sorry, I went from 45 and I got my sorcerer's stuff, which was level 50, I think. 50
Yes.
something.
55,
And then I went, yes, and then I went into, what level am I now?
We're talking about item level, by the way, not physical level. Physical level doesn't matter.
Item level 125.
So how much stronger did literally tripling your item level make you?
Yep. Yes.
Yes, okay.
How much stronger are you? Yes.
Yes. That made a huge difference. Also, Fox, you achieved something yesterday.
I managed to finish the main story. No, yeah, the main, what is it? The first part of the story.
Yes, A Realm Reborn 2.0, so the original re-release of the game you finished yesterday. So,
And my very first big boss.
and your very first big boss, which was something we cannot say on stream because spoiler and such. But how was it?
Can I mention the fact that you pulled me through it, so it was actually a lot better than I expected?
Why would you do that? Just say, yeah, I did it. Just lie to yourself.
Oh, no, to be fair, you said you weren't going to tell me anything and you made me do it on my own. You were there, but I was on... I mean,
Yes.
There was the dungeon group.
Yes.
You were there, you were part of the group, but you made me do it, like, blindly, shall we say.
One
And I think it
or
went
twice
quite well.
I said something like gather on the stack marker, but outside of that I said nothing. And you did actually
And
quite well.
on the final boss, I didn't die once.
Yes. But the gear kind of mega helped in this case, like massively.
Hey, I'm capable of dying even with maximum gear. So,
But-
in the most stupidest way.
Now that you've finished A Realm Reborn, how would you rate A Realm Reborn? You have not played any Final Fantasy, so I can't ask you about your Final Fantasy experience, but how would you rate it in terms of video games you have played?
No, I like it. A lot.
I thought you would give it a rating, you know, from 0 to
A
10.
rating. I'd give it... Okay. Now, objectively.
Mhm.
I would give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Okay. Why the
And
half
the
point
half
detraction?
point... The half point is missing because I didn't think it would be so much solo play.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
I thought it would be more like World of Warcraft. You can do everything with a group or a friend or whatever. Whereas in Final Fantasy, some things you have to do alone.
Yes. But I would wager that World of Warcraft is not a team game. I would argue World of Warcraft is not a team game. Because
No,
if
I
I
don't
have
think
to pick up 10 things, it is a single player experience.
Yes, but you can play along if you want just the company, not someone to help you out. If you want the company in gameplay.
Mhm.
Like we did a lot of gameplay together in World of Warcraft.
Yes, but that being said, World of Warcraft does not have the integrated story as Final Fantasy.
No. I mean, if you leave apart the story, if this World of Warcraft has absolutely nothing to compare to Final Fantasy storyline. This is a story game. This is amazing.
Final Fantasy
But if-
14 is a single-player game disguised as an MMO.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I didn't expect that.
But I told you.
You told me after we started, though. You didn't tell me before we started. You got me started, then you abandoned me, and then you told me.
Good. And I will ask you more questions later because I have some. So be prepared. You're Izalith, Zanza of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We are stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prise them from their whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware of that their man Angost has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we will spring the trap. Owing the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we request the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place in the Invisible City. But if you can see it, is it invisible? Oh well. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much more of the Amalja's plot if the mission succeeds, Izalith, so let's make sure it does. So, since I am on the way now and we have a little bit of downtime, let's be a good streamer and content creator and interview the folks further. So, what are, let's say, 3 things you like about Final Fantasy XIV in direct comparison to World of Warcraft? Because they are in a similar genre. So what are 3 things you like?
I think above all, the graphics.
Okay, valid.
The visual of Final Fantasy compared to World of Warcraft is like just completely different.
One looks like a comic and that actually looks like a semi-realistic game.
And there's more eye candy in Final Fantasy, let's admit it. The story is amazing.
Valid.
It had me on the edge of my seat a couple of times now. There's a lot of, oh my goodness, I didn't expect that, which is always good. And I think the fact that I got this far questing with a bit of frustration, yes, but I made it mostly on my own, with a little bit of help every now and again. But I think you probably helped me out a lot more in World of Warcraft than Final Fantasy.
Yes, but particularly with elite quests, which is a different beast.
Yeah. Yes, but I mean, yeah, I think so far, I mean, what level am I now? I'm at
52.
level 52. Okay. So apart from that one solo fight that I was extremely frustrated with
Cape
and
Westwind.
couldn't get through it. Yes, that was kind of annoying because that was my first real fight where I didn't know what the heck was going on. Apart from that, I managed to get there and I did it. And I didn't, until then, I didn't ask help from you.
So would
Not
you
really.
say that looking at your skill without downplaying what you can do, would you say that Final Fantasy is great even for beginners? Because I would still consider yourself quite the whelp when it comes to video games.
Oh, I'm very much a newbie. To me to be.
So is it for beginners even if they have not really played video games?
I think it's very beginner friendly. They would have to take it slower perhaps, but it's definitely beginner friendly.
One of the big things I argue why this would be beginner friendly is that if you fail a single player duty once, which I am about to do right here, I'm not failing it, but what I'm about to do, you can actually downgrade the difficulty to easy or very easy. And I think that plays a big part in making this game very beginner friendly.
That too.
And let's do the single player duty and then interview the fox a little bit more. So let's do the Angustian fight, whatever we're gonna call this. Look at his haircut.
Evil dude.
Is the bait
Don't
in
like him.
place? I kind of fancy waffles. Our man's in position, sir. If you know the short... Is the short live on the socials? It should be, right?
It is, yes. It didn't get many views, so go view it. Go have a look.
We have a short about waffles, and it's very funny on the socials. Very, very, very funny. Kind of fancy.
Very random.
Yes, very random, but that's this channel. PCIe USB cards, last episode. So yeah, I kind of fancy some waffles. I might make some waffles. Yeah. Good. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. All right already. If there are any reverse engineers out there, I have an old video game that I would like to reverse engineer because I want the sound files extracted. But the files for this game are kinda in their own coding language, and I can't really code, so I can't decipher it. So if any reverse engineers are out there, I'd like your help on a classic to reverse engineer the sound files out of it. Would be very, very cool. No one's laughing. Why are you laughing? I feel this episode's not gonna go very far. Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry. It's just that you were talking about the reverse engineering, then you just remembered the story for a second, went rah, and
yeah,
then you
because there was an ooh-ah going on. What's the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Oh no, the Lalafell is shocked. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have an appointment to keep. They're all yours. Attack! We have 2 brain cells since we are a warrior, so we do what, woman?
we do Unga.
And then we...
Bunga.
Then we bunga. Let's go, baby. Let's smash everything together. The archers are coming forward. Very nice. Guys, as a general rule, if there are ads, the ads should be taken care of first. And once the ads are taken care of, you can defeat the main enemy. What is an ad? Anything that doesn't have a special name right here. And you should use your enemy list right here, the enemy encounter list, to see what has a special name and what has a generic name, like Bruiser, Lancer, Mage, White Mage, in this case Halberdier and Ranger. These are generic names, and these are what we consider ads, and you defeat them first. Alrighty, that should be almost it. There's one ad down here. Let's smash a nice crit on that ad. And that should be it. Now, since all of them are alive, which is kind of nice, let's kick the snot out of this guy. Oh, he was immune. Okay. I saw that yawn. I saw that yawn.
Hey, I was up kind of early this morning.
Me too.
Not as early as you.
That's true.
And we went to bed at more or less the same time, so...
That's also true. But I bought 500 grams of strawberries very cheaply, so I don't care. Does that have anything to do with sleeping? No. I just wanted to mention it.
If I don't get strawberries... If I don't get strawberries now...
This is the most random episode ever. Put up your weapon or your... Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man? Shouldn't that be put down your weapon? Wait, what? What? Shouldn't that be put down your weapon or your comrade's a dead man? Put up your weapon?
Up? I mean,
this is like the best moment for...
Oh, what the fart?
Look, I'm trying to read the writing as it is, but I struggle sometimes because sometimes it doesn't make sense. Behind you! Oh no. Sleepy Bob. Shouldn't it be like, put down your weapon?
It's put down your weapons.
Is it, huh? Bring her. The rest of you march. Traitorous scum.
What?
Alrighty.
I didn't expect that.
I fear the Amalja mean to give us their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die as a soldier's death, with steel in hand. And the Bowl of Embers are now accessible, which is our first primal fight, which is also incidentally our first trial. A trial fight is a story fight boss. So that is what a trial is, a story fight boss. You want to join us on the Ifrit fight?
Yeah.
That didn't sound so sure.
I can't. Oh, unable to.
You're talking
because I'm
to
in
someone.
No, I'm just a little bit.
Yes. What?
I'm a little bit confused about this one situation that I'm doing at the moment.
Ah, well, that happens sometimes.
Without saying any spoilers, I didn't expect it to be that simple.
Sometimes stories don't have to be complicated to be good.
Yeah, but it's like, oh yeah, we've got to find redacted, and all of a sudden she's just there.
That's the mimicry that I just saw on the camera. Also with a beard and not beard, and that's all she has. I'm not allowed to shave because the beard mirrors the other beard. Well, what kind of plan are you smithing today?
What is it? 10 days of life left?
It is next Friday.
Yes.
I actually have no clue. Let me.
Must be nice knowing the day that you die.
Yeah, sure. Then I'm gonna feed her some food and she's totally happy again. Not wrong. So this is very, very slow. Technically, we can do this with NPCs. So if the dungeon doesn't pop, let's say on minute 3, I think we're gonna try it with NPCs for the first time. This didn't used to be possible. The trust system or the duty support system that it's called duty support. The duty support system has been freshly introduced into the entire game and has basically the game logic from Shadowbringers in it, where they revamped the squadron system that you can do in the Grand Company. They call it a squadron system, and in the Shadowbringers add-on, they introduced something called the trust system. The trust system is doing dungeons with your friends' NPC characters, basically. And the logic behind the trust system gave birth to the duty support system, so that all the old dungeons are available as single-player experiences. Which I think pretty great. I think that's really, really, really cool. And the dungeon is not popping, so I say we give this a try. I'm gonna disband the party. I'm gonna try to do this with NPCs, and let's see what happens. I've never done it with computer characters. I have done a lot of trust gameplay in the later stages of the game, where I did dungeons with the NPCs. That worked great. However, I've never done a trial like that. One big bonus this has, I can watch the cutscene at my leisure, and other people don't have to wait for me, which is pretty good. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. I mean, Ifrit looks damn cool. Probably has a lot of neck pain when I look at that spine, but that's besides the point. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch the heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. But bloody hells, bring those two as well. Ugh. What's going on? This isn't what we agreed on. None but the servants of the Lord Ifrit may behold of the right of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you.
Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and who stand against us shall burn.
Blue Flamed Exorcist, Aono Exorcist. By the way, the manga is really good. The anime is unfortunately not as good, but read the manga of Aono Exorcist or Blue Exorcist. Really good. Almighty Ifrit, my one true god. Your words are my bread. Impossible. What sorcery do you resist my master's will? Oh, I'm kind of the hero of the story, so... Blood protection. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, this is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal flame can serve as a vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Let's go. Alrighty, so these are NPCs, so let's see how the fight goes with NPCs. Let's not forget our damage let's not forget our aggro buff, obviously. Now, usually NPC fights are about as double as long as humans could do. So humans do quite well in these fights, but duty support kinda is like half the strength. So it takes double as long. So let's see. Now, this being the very first trial, I expect this to be rather easy. We saw the Lalafell get burned like a true Lalafell would as a potato. Needs to be baked at 180 degrees at 40 minutes in the oven. But yeah. Now the Lalafell is moving. Didn't get attacked this time. Very nice. Little salt and pepper. If you're feeling a little spicy, a little bit of paprika on it. It's a pretty good potato. However, if you put a full-size potato in the oven, here's a tip I give you. Prick it a few times with a knife, otherwise it may explode from the steam. And that pertains to these Lalafells as well. So prick it a few times with a knife, or otherwise it might explode.
I have so many questions.
About what? The Lalafell potato technique?
No, you didn't. You don't know that by experience, do you?
Well, they do. If you don't prick them, steam can build up in the potato and can explode.
I mean, I've baked so many potatoes in my life.
Yes, but it can happen. Especially with waxy potatoes. Because they have less starch and therefore more moisture content.
Okay. Well, you normally would have to cut it slightly on the top.
Yeah, well, if you don't cut it, if you like leave it completely whole, basically.
Ah.
As soon as you cut it, the steam escapes from the potato. So if you basically ram your knife through a Lalafell's heart so that the potato is stabbed, it no longer explodes because the steam can go out.
No Lalafells were harmed in the making of this video.
That you know of.
Well, I'm not a Lalafell, so...
No, thank fuck. What did I tell you the moment you open up the character creator?
Whatever you do, don't be a Lalafell.
Yes.
Actually, no. You told me, yes, the very, very first time, so like a year ago, you said, whatever you do, don't be a Lalafell because I won't play with you.
That is exactly what I said. Sound off in the comment section down below, guys. Was I right to demand that? Oh, I know that is a very controversial topic, though. Choo! A second light has appeared on our ring. And that is flashbang. Oh god, I didn't count. That 15?
How many flashbangs today?
I didn't count today. I think that's 14
Okay,
or
because
15.
we were at 14, so it's probably 15.
15, yeah. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalzar zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Nice backflip. Let's not talk about logic. He front flipped, but back flipped, and then he threw knives. So he front flipped, pirouetted into a back flip, and then threw knives. So jump, 180, back flip. No, jump, front flip, 180, knife throw, land.
Just jealous because you can't do it.
You didn't see me do it. I did not say I could not do it, but I did not say I could do it. I just let you imagine me do that. So, I neither approve nor deny such allegations. But let me tell you, I am not flexible. In fact, I'm so bad at gymnastics that as a kid I chipped my left front tooth on one of those bars that you balance on, like these 3-meter bars. I unfortunately slipped off and my teeth hit the rock board. So
Yes, but those things shouldn't be legal.
they are quite dangerous.
Yes.
But yeah, I actually chipped my tooth right there. So I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I would expect from the Flame General's handpicked men. As for those two, it is fair to say that their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Izalith. Had I known that this mission would prove so dangerous, I would have never left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings. Camp Drybone, shall we? This way, sir. Haha! Who is that? So that was the mighty Ifrit. Look at the pretty boy. Well, pretty man in this case, not a boy. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon a 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We only have ourselves to rely on. Ever the pessimists, my dear Livia. Promise me you will never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read. But I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do so as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble for punishing you. Ooh, scary. Don't threaten me with a good time. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Don't threaten me with a good time, like I said. That gave a whopping 90 experience out of 70,000 that I need. So how many Ifrits would I have to do? How many Ifrits would I have to do to level up? Just a casual 760 Ifrits. Casual. So let's talk to Thonkre and then we finish up this episode, because today's episode, well, today's stream is kind of chaotic, so is what it is. Ah, there you are, Izalith. Come, rest a while, you will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah yeah. I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may have been a whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered, but it still suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all of our misfortunes, there is still a reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Izalith. Not that I have ever thought of you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. His fine eye, not eyes, eye. Which eye? The left eye, the right eye, or the eye on the bottom? So which one has the talent to spot talent? Which one has the talent to spot the talent? The left eye, the right eye, or the other eye?
What other eye? I've gone and said it now.
Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I am to trust that you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the waking sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss the matters in more detail then. Just take too long, will ya? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Let's pray return to the waking sands. And we are at level 20, so that means the Grand Company thing will happen pretty soon. Since the YouTube comments are unfortunately not available yet, because I have only released 3 episodes as of today, and we are on episode 14, I have no clue which Grand Company I'm taking for. So here's what I do. I'm gonna spin the wheel, and is it best of 1 or best of 3? Who wins the Grand Company, Fox?
Best of 3.
Best of 3. So we're gonna wheel it, and then the wheel will choose our Grand Company. But we will choose the Grand Company when it is about time, and that time might be next episode, episode 15. Thank you very much for watching. You know where to find us. This has been probably the off-topic episode, this journey so far, but sometimes the off-topic episodes are really cool. However, there's one thing I still want to ask the Fox, because we did some mini interview with the Fox. Fox, tell me one thing you dislike about Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh my goodness. I said it yesterday and I can't remember what I said.
I don't listen to you, so I don't remember. Yeah, what is...
Can I think about that?
What is one thing you dislike?
One thing I dislike. It's not really a dislike, but the fact that like the solo fights you have to do on your own. That's not, but I don't. It's not that I dislike it. I just wasn't.
You're not
prepared
comfortable with them yet. That's more what I would describe them as. But I would not describe that as a negative.
I don't really know, actually. If I have to, like, find something because there's things that, like, I have to get used to, but that's, like, point of view. It's like the mechanics. I'm not good at them, but that's because I'm not good at them, but not because the game isn't good.
Okay.
So, I honestly don't know.
Then
Maybe the fact that you see... Okay, I have one. You see a lot of people with, like, really cool gear, and unless you're rich, you can't have it.
So, unfortunately, I have introduced the Fox to something called Fashion Fantasy and a website called the Orzia Collection. So, the rabbit hole of fashion goes very, very, very deep in this game. Very deep.
But I'm not really a fashionable person. Unless you wave
That I
something
would
fox-like
agree
in front of me.
immediately.
I don't know whether to take that as an offence.
Guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been a very insightful and delightful and enlightening episode. Until next time, episode 15. Boy, I don't want to die.
You will. One day. You'll just hold your arm out, and with the other hand you'll hold a Berliner.
Sure.
Everyone already knows that.
Let's prepare the wheel. Let's prepare the wheel. The wheel of names. We have Ul Bla. We have Gritze. And we have Limsa Lobimsa. We have Limsa Lobimsa. So, because we surely need that very much today. Oh no, we have to look at all three cutscenes. Ooh, that might take a while. Ooh, that might take a while. The Grand Company's demand. Episode 15. So, I actually have to do the separation of the other episode. I still haven't done. So, welcome, Final Fantasians of the Hanantasy 14, episode 15. The Grand Companies demand us. I highly suggest that in this episode, because we have reached level 20, we have defeated Ifrit, that the Grand Companies offer us a choice in which to choose. We are going to wheel what the Grand Company winner is, and it is the best of 3. So the first Grand Company to win 2 will be the Grand Company that we will choose. However, I fear that we have lots of cutscenes ahead of us. So, hey, the triumphant hero returns. Thongray told us about the news upon his revival. Revival. He's presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Izalith her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived. But that does not excuse the fact that she should have never had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I am failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Izalith, it's good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Speaking about regal, Path of Exile 2 patch is about in 2 weeks. Very excited. We're gonna take a Final Fantasy break, but you really don't want to miss it because Path of Exile 2 is really, really cool. Did I say Final Fantasy? I probably said Final Fantasy, right? I meant Path of Exile 2. The Path of Exile 2 in about 2 weeks. And we're going to take a small break, but it's really cool. So if you want to play Path of Exile, play with us, because we're going to play as co-op, so you can join us. And Path of Exile 2 is great, and you don't want to miss it. And if you want to learn it, come over too. I'm going to teach you. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just had finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you face were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lobimsa and Gritze as of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these criminals are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. The stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often trace back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well within the world, the primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed as across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, and those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering, these cries serve as a beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains the strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give. In order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to the primal influence. Is it as though a greater power protects us? When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Izalith. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have a nary moment to yourself. Oh, I remember what we need to do before we get to the Grand Companies. Oh, we're gonna do an X-Course. Whether she intended or not, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. Concerns the tempered abducted that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all of them have been put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would have not to do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal who he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue to fight. That no more innocents need to be sacrificed. I hope you will continue to stand with us, Izalith. Kinda sounds like religion. Ah well. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses of his people suffered. Till next time! What? You're looking at me like I said something.
No, he said he has to go, so I'm sad.
Ah, I see. So do you like him from the front view or the back view of Thancred? What do you like more? Because
Well, let's just say that I like him when he arrives, but I like it Israel when he leaves. Because it's a nice point of view.
ah, yes. The mind of a woman. Ever complicated.
I could say so many things.
Oh yeah, do it. If you touch the subject, you need to say it.
No, I won't. But you're the one who started with the eye. No,
Coward.
you're the one who started with the eye candy thing.
Coward.
No.
Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Luswa would have never allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Coward. What a coward.
No, there's nothing.
If you say something and you start a sentence, you have to complete it.
And I completed it. You're the one who started talking about eye candy. And kept showing me the eye candy for you. So I'm just getting payback now.
Okay. Never mind. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming Y'shtola to the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner you had joined us that you personally bested the Primal Ifrit. You've achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you soon will discover. We have guests, Izalith, or rather, you have guests. No, the Grand Company thing is now, okay. Beg pardons! Oh, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero in their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Limsa Lobimsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Izalith, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the grand companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Izalith's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know her triumph to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? The demon had to Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Zanza. This is no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that the peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Zanza. Mistress? My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when he said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend, as do many others in Limsa. Long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing to your valorous deeds on the behalf of our citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let's see the grand vessel of Limsa Lobimsa to the shores of glory. And my character is stunned. Lady Menfilia. Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the grand companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Lobimsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gritze, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. So, serving a grand company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which grand companies best serves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make to this day do not need to be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiances at a later date, you're entitled to do so, and yet I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold a remembrance service. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you to make an informed decision. What you say, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, milady. Slimy, so slimy. Very well. Let Izalith hear our leader speak, then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. So slimy, all of them.
Can I just say?
Yes?
They're a bit fake. They're slimy, but they're very fake as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they said all that to me too.
I mean, okay, look. They are what we call door-to-door salesmen. I work for an
Yes.
ISP, and I used to partake in the training of what we call door-to-door salesmen, which are basically literally the people that ring at your door and saying, hey, here's the ISP, do you want to be ripped off? And that's basically their training, and that's exactly what these guys are doing. So, and I know full well the tactics that they use to get you to sign up. In short, if someone rings at your door and tries to sell you something, close the door. Really does. And if you really truly want to buy something, get online. Literally the best deals are online. So I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed and not best suited to the discipline of military service. But I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the premise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Izalith, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention. None of it all is friendly. There will be those who will wish you ill, and you must needs to be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one woman amongst many. A friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will be the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 known that we will have need of it in the days ahead. I have to say, with Dawn Trail, the game received a graphical update, and the game has never looked so good. Like, the models of the characters look incredible. Grand companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times, or walkie-talkie. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Izalith, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but as long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time for you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Let's speak to the demon, I guess. And we should look into getting new gear because we are level 30. Our gear, I believe, is 23. Yeah, our gear is 23. While main quest is still not high level, having higher level gear matters a lot because we are scaled down to the maximum. So having a little upgraded gear might actually be really, really good.
I'm sorry about all of the attention you're getting, Izalith. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place.
My god.
If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of 3 services, and the Elder Seatseer Conde Senna will deliver her address at Mikados Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it is possible that the order of services might change. Still, there is not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you will need to go to Ulda, where the Flame General Robon Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there is a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must take your way to the stateroom in Limsa Lominsa, where the Maelstrom Chief Admiral Melwin Bliss Within will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the left admiral, and then defy yourself to the sentries, Xanthil, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in the favor of your preferred travels. Farewell.
This is very difficult.
That's gonna hurt tomorrow.
That's very difficult to do. As much as I would like to voice the demon further, my voice is not taking this very kindly. So... okay. Tell me down in the comment section below if Demon Tartaru needs to continue, and if that comment gets over 5,000 likes, I'll ignore the order and still not do it, because it really hurts my throat. Because that is actually really hard on the throat. So, yeah. Sorry.
Excuses.
Okay, you go ahead and voice it then.
We should have done that actually. We should have done like joint voice acting.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's not too late, really. But yeah, please, Demon Voice, Tartaru, yes or no, down in the comment section below. Either we get 5,000 comments or 5,000 like on one comment, and I will ignore it. Here to attend the remembrance service, be quick. The Admiral, I did not read it, so... be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment. What kind of address? Home address or company address?
Both. Because nowadays they find everything out.
Oh yeah. I believe you need 7 indicators to reverse engineer a person's profile. So stuff like age, location, pets, relatives, relationship status. I believe you need 7 indicators and you can reverse engineer someone's profile relatively easy with high accuracy. But I get a break from reading, so...
ガラディオン号が漂着し、リムサロミンサの礎が築かれたのが今から700年前。皆、海洋と航海の神、リムレーンに導かれ、海の民として生きてきた。
Oh, look who's there.
リムサロミンサの国旗を見てごらん。流戦旗と呼ばれる模様だ。赤は犠牲となった仲間たちの血を、黒のロングシップは海賊船を意味しているんだよ。
エオルゼアを侵略してきたガレマール帝国に対して我々はグランドカンパニー国家団を結成した。5年前帝国とのカルテノーの戦いにおいても直前にヒルフィル以下の海賊諸派と同盟関係を結びガラディオン協定を成立させ共に戦いに挑んだ。海の民の底力を見せつけたのだ。しかし結果は皆が知っての通りだ。国家団海賊勢力ともにカルテノーでは多くの者が死んだ。自由のため己の正義のために戦い苦しくも丘の上で散っていった者たちに哀悼の意を。
What was the saying? In a war there are no winners, only survivors. So that's what war does.
自由か。そう、人はみんな利己的さ。でもそれは蛮族だって同じはずだ。人と蛮族は根本的には何も違わないのだから。
この5年我々は決死の思いでリムサロミンサを復興してきた。第7零祭の傷は深く未だ癒えきらない。そんな中リムサロミンサは以前にも増して輝きリムレーンのベールの名に恥じない都市へ復興を遂げることができた。しかしこの我々の努力を踏みにじろうとしている奴らがいる。蛮神リヴァイアさんを信奉するサハギン族がついに上陸した。
マジかよ。
サハギン族が。
そして蛮神タイタンを信奉するコボルド族がオゴモロ山を出て南下してきている。この蛮族たちは今後のリムサロミンサの繁栄に大きな壁となって立ちふさがるだろう。さらにはガレマール帝国だ。帝国軍がリムサロミンサ領内に砦を築いた。全面衝突も時間の問題だ。
I actually don't know the map out of memory. Is Garlemald really closer to Limsa? Let me quickly check. I have to check. Where is actually Garlemald? Actually, Gridania is actually closest to Garlemald. So if anyone would brace the front, it would be Gridania. And most of all, Ishgard. Ishgard and Gridania would take the front if there would be a frontal attack. In fact, Limsa Lomimsa, while being on sea, is technically furthest away from Garlemald. So
リムサロミンサは今三方からの敵に囲まれている。しかるに国内に海賊問題を抱え内部が一枚岩ではない。今まさに我々は嵐の中にいると言えよう。この嵐の中我らが取るべき進路はただ一つ。蛮族帝国を打ち払いリムサロミンサが新たな世へ進むための航路を開くのみ。そのためには第7零祭の後分裂した海賊諸派と国家団が再び手を取り合い冒険者と共に一丸となって困難に立ち向かうほかない。不可能は人が作り出すもの。返せば可能もまた人が作り出すもの。誇り高き海の民よ、その力、その技術、その知識を今一度集結せよ。我々は 一つ真紅の旗のもとに生きる噴景の友である。
提督万歳。
万歳！
早速野郎どもを集めなきゃな。
のう、血がたぎるぜ。俺は提督についていくぜ。
I'm actually surprised you didn't choose Limsa when you chose your Grand Company because of Raina. Well, Raina, rather. I'm actually surprised.
私はアルフィノという
I
God, he's
really
so
think
small.
about it.
He's so small. Holy shit. Alfino and Red Alfino. They're so small. I mean, he's 16.
彼女はアリゼだ。
Yeah, it's Alfino and Red Alfino. If you know, you know.
私たちはこのカルテノ戦没者追悼式典を見て回っているのさ。各国のグランドカンパニーの名手たちがどういった主張をするのか楽しみでね。
Without spoiling much, remember this face. This face will be so important in this game. So important. So remember, the fox is doing this. This face, this guy is so important in this game. Isn't unbelievable. So remember him. He is super important. As the Admiral? What is an Admiral? Is Admiral a word? As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. Bow down, Underdweller. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right at the Lominsans' backyard. And that is to say, naught of the internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsans are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. The difference must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched in a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. He's so small. But will you sail with the Admiral? And the outfit's really cool. Ooh, you are unlocking a higher difficulty version of Ifrit. This is what we call optional content, but technically not optional because so many things is locked behind it. So since this is a blue quest, you're doing a blue quest. A blue quest always unlocks some form of function in the game. And in this case, you're unlocking what's called Ifrit Hard. There are 3 difficulties when it comes to trials. The normal, the hard, and the extreme difficulty. However, the hard difficulty has all but disappeared. So it is only story difficulty and extreme difficulty in the future. The hard difficulty has not been continued, basically. What you are still unlocking are remnants from A Realm Reborn, so from 2.0. This is a remnant from 2.0 base. You should still do every single one of them, though.
黄金の砂嵐が吹くウルダハに集いし熱き魂を持つ者どもよ。 このウルダ派はその昔ウル朝により建国され交易都市として発展してきた。そして地底と商売の神ナルザルの加護のもと砂の都黄金郷ウルダ派として繁栄してきた。
Kinda look out of place.
ラウバーン
Oh look, it's Alphino and Red
ウルダ
Alphino.
派の国旗を見てごらん。あの絵柄は黒地に金の天秤という衣装さ。
これまでウルダ派の繁栄は巨万の富を生み出した。5年前のカルテノーの戦いにおいても皆が財と財を投じエオルゼア同盟3として最も多くの戦力を提供した。その結果として帝国軍第7軍隊を打ち破ったのだ。
打ち破っただって、一体誰のおかげで今があると思っているんだ。
Looks like Alphino knows a little bit more than Rauban would have the public to believe.
多くの兵が帰ってこなかった。
I wonder why.
彼らの魂がナルザル神の恩元にたどり着き来世で幸運をつかむことを祈ろう。かの戦いは結果的に勝利と呼べるものではなかったかもしれぬ。しかし第7零祭後のこの困難の時代皆が己のことだけを考えるようになっていった。ウルダ派の現状を見よ。難民が押し寄せ貧者がそこら中にいる。
Do you think it is a requirement of a city-state leader to have great speeches? Tell us in the comment section down below. Does a grand
think
company leading person has to have good speech ability? Like in Skyrim, when you talk to someone for 100 times, then their little level pop up, speech upgraded from 99 to 100.
それなのに不者たちは財を投じて助けようとはしない。武を誇った者たちも動こうとはしない。今のこのウルダ派の状況をカルテローで戦った友たちに誇れるのか。ウルダ派を不滅体を信じて散っていった者たちにお前たちのおかげで平和になったと胸を張って誇れるのか。この地に迫る蛮族アマルジャ族の脅威は相変わらず強くウルダ派の生命線である交易路を脅かしている。さらにガレマール帝国に至っては一部地域を占領し精輪水などの資源を奪っている。ウルダ派の国難は続いているのだ。商人による自治を望む共和派も王家に忠誠を誓う王党派も共にウルダ派の繁栄を望んでいるはずであろう。この国難こそ正気であり同時に正気である。富を求める全ての者よ、武を誇る全ての者よ、黄金郷ウルダ派に憧れし旅人や義士、そして冒険者よ。目先の富だけを追うのではなく国を世界を見据えよ。今一度七母女王陛下のもとに結集するのだ。ウルダ派を守るグランドカンパニー不滅隊を信じ私腹を肥やすのではなく不滅隊に投資しろ。
The communism.
エオルゼアの駅はウルダ派の国益である。そして国益は国民の駅である。
The Ulda is basically communism.
七母様、
苦しゅうない。
Casually picks up the potato on his shoulder.
第17代国王ナナモールナモである。わらわから言うことは一つだけじゃ。ウルダ派の宝は金銀でも宝石でもあらぬそなたたち民じゃ。民の知恵、民の勇気、民の笑顔、何より民の命こそウルダ派の誇る最大の宝なのじゃ。ウルダ派の民よ、 わらわと共にエオルゼや全土をウルダ派のごとく繁栄に導くのじゃ。
バンザイ。
勝敗は速さと速さが分かつ。全ては永遠なる女王陛下とウルダ派の繁栄のために。
And now Alfino most likely has something to say. There he is. I did not read the first text box, I'm sorry. Judging by the look of your distaste, I take it you have encountered them. I clicked a little bit too fast. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So they have dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet about these in the past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultana's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do, the Uldans send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they are invariably succeeding, each victory is brought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder then that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such desperate hour, an adventurer of your existence would almost be a welcome addition to their ranks. And Red Alfino is walking away as usual. They didn't give Red Alfino much characterization. Well, that's actually not true. There is a lot of characterization if you don't speak a word. Doom is the best example of a character that does not speak a single word, but has so much character. So much character. If you play Doom 2016 and subsequently Eternal as well, your character, Doom Guy, has so much character even though he doesn't say a word. So you can characterize someone very well by not talking. So yeah. Let's listen to the third exposition, shall we? So his son died. Ardenor was a terrible battle. Spot the main character.
今から500年前の遠い昔、精霊を恐れ洞穴の暗がりに隠れ住んでいた人々が長き対話を経て精霊の許しを経て森に都を築きました。その都の名はグリダニア。ヒューランとエレゼンは手を取り合い生きてきました。今ではムーンキーパーの方々も少ないながら都に身を寄せ共に歩んでおります。この調和と協調が苗床となり、大地と豊穣の女神ノフィカ様のご厚を受け、グリダニアという大樹は繁栄を続けてきました。
カヌエ様の後ろ、グリダニアの国旗を見てごらん。絡み合う2匹の白蛇はヒューランとエレゼンの2種族の協力を示しているのさ。今の話を象徴するものだ。
この誉れ高きグリダニアを、いえ、愛すべきエオルゼア全土を侵略せんとする北方のガレマール帝国。私たちグリダニアがこの脅威から森を守るためにグランドカンパニー、
ソージャ島を結成して対抗したことは皆様の記憶に新しいでしょう。グリダニアは森の調和を重んじ
I'm sorry.
歴史上も侵略者に対して一歩も引かずに戦ってきました。その伝統の通り、ソージャ島は帝国と相対したのです。
The Fox and I talked at length about this person because he's the conjurer trainer. And his extremely staring look is kind of like he's eating your soul with whipped cream on top of it. He's like definitely the one that like looks in your like creeps up your window at night and goes like, "Did you have food?" and then leaves. Like he's eating your soul when you're not looking.
そしてグリダニアが重んじる調和と協調はエオルゼア都市軍事同盟の実行化を促し、エオルゼア同盟軍の成立へと導いたのです。ですが5年前、カルテノーの戦いが起こりました。
What I kind of like about Kane-sana so far is she has not really talked down the other nation.
この戦いは想像を絶するものでした。多くの戦死者を出したことは事実です。ソージャ島の最高司令官である当主として、私は責任を痛感しています。第7零祭で森は深く傷つき、5年を経た今なお癒えきってはおりません。森の被害は皆様の生活にも深く影響しています。こんな時だからこそ皆で手を取り合わなくてはならない。それにもかかわらず嘆かわしいことに貧しさに負け盗賊になる者、密猟者になる者が後を絶ちません。そして我らが旧敵イクサル族は相も変わらず森に侵入してきては自然の恵みを奪い精霊の心を乱しています。第7零祭以降、私たちの故郷グリダニアは不安定な状況が続いているのです。
確かに親友隊は帰国隊も族の討伐に大あらわだそうだ。
カルテノーの戦いはとても悲しい戦いでした。
Alright, skip the text.
記憶をなくしている連中が誰に哀悼するっていうのよ。
That's the first time Red Alfino spoke.
しかしガレマール帝国との戦いはまだ続いているのです。
That's interesting. That Kane-sana mentions that Eorzean citizens, but also Garlean citizens, died in that
彼
fight.
らは森に横島なる砦を築き居座っております。ですが国内が不安定な状態では
But
帝国軍を追い払うなど
that's
叶わぬ夢
valid.
でありましょう。
That is a valid argument.
私たちは再びグランドカンパニーソージャ島の下で団結しガレマール帝国と戦わなくてはなりません。カルテノーの戦いから5年、この節目の年にグリダニアの理念、調和と協調を思い出してください。そして今一度皆様の結束を。もう耐える時は過ぎました。悠久の風は私たちと共にあります。赤心の前に道は必ず開けるのです。
I think that is the best speech out of
精
all
霊の
three.
導きとともにこの森に平和を取り戻し、次の500年後の子孫にも豊かな森を残せるようにしようではありませんか。
この森を守らねばな。森と精霊の御ために。
It's a bit odd that she seemingly employs children exclusively. Bit odd. That's a sick hairdo, bro.
Yeah, また会ったね。
I didn't mean you. I meant the one in the cutscene who had like dreads going upwards and then like... what is it? A Fuku... No, it's not a Fukuhila. An Iro. An Iro keys. Because the fox is currently doing this. So... Not judging. I do that a lot. The Gridanians have unfortunate enough to have contend with 2 beast tribes. The Exal are unquestionably more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal, Gawuda! The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long this will be before it's broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful, and that restoring the wood, and therefore the power of the elements, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal continue their incursions, spurred on by Gabuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later they will come to an all-out war, and when it does, the Oath of the Twin Edda will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them? Alrighty, we listen to all 3. The walkie-talkie is ringing. Izalith, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What coincidence! Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted! Though we are to have them here at the Viking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry the fuck back! I inserted the fuck. So pray return to the Waking Sands, and we will choose our Grand Company, and then we'll call it quits for the episode, because so much will happen after we have chosen our Grand Company that this episode will go vastly into the overtime. Nedrick over there has a dungeon available for us. We'll do that next episode as well. There is a bunch of stuff we have to unlock because we want to have every single dungeon right. So we have to choose our Grand Company now, and since we are unfortunately not available to rely on the YouTube comment section down below, although if there is an overwhelming number we can always change the Grand Company, we have devised this little thing right here. We have the Wheel of Names, a very often used tool of mine, and we have all 3 Grand Companies there. The best of 3 wins, so the first 1 to 2 wins this. We have 0 results currently, so this is fresh off the wheel, and let's see who will be our Grand Company. Oh, Limsa is taking the lead. Limsa is taking the lead. Limsa Lobimsa. Okay, let's spin more. Ooh, Gritze is taking a shot. We have no clear winner yet. So Gritze is taking a shot. Now the third spin. Third spin brings us to Gritze. So Gritze it is. Gritze has won. So we're going to Gridania. Very cool. Welcome back, Izalith. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you. But you must be tired from your journey, so why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision. Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer. Well, they say pray a lot. Oh, we have bodyguards.
あの冒険者はどこの国のグランドカンパニーを選ぶんだろうね。いずれにしてもこれで世界は動き始める。
アルフィノ、あなた本当にこれでいいと思ってる？
どういうことだい、アリゼ？
各国の演説を聞いたでしょ。どの国も自分の国の問題と綺麗事ばかり。
Not wrong.
原因を深く調べるでもなく、まるで第7連載なんて忘れてしまったかのよう。
確かに綺麗事だったかもしれないがね。
Alize is not wrong.
気づいたかい、アリゼ？各国の名手たちは光の戦士たちを引き合いに出さなかった。光の戦士たちは第7霊祭からエオルゼアを救った英雄だ。その英雄を出さなかったということは、各国がそれぞれに自立を模索しているということ。
But what good would have done to tell that?
このエオルゼアは霊祭で深く傷ついた。それでもどの国も明日へ向かって歩み出している。蛮族、蛮神。エオルゼアにはまだまだ問題が山積みだ。各国のグランドカンパニー、そして暁の決命。彼らはその問題を解決する鍵だよ。いいかい、アリゼ？明日のために、未来のために、第7霊祭は過去にしなければならないんだよ。
おじい様はあんな奴らに未来を託したわけでも、組織を残したわけでもないわ。
Oh dear, Rögedin is quite shocked.
私のやり方で世界の明日を見つけてみせます。
お互い目指すところは同じはずだ。いつの日か分かり合える日も来るよ。
だといいわね。
She's a little bitchy, but can't fault her, really.
無理にでも分かり合わないといけないのさ。それが僕たち慶米の宿命なんだから。それに鍵は扉を開くためにあるだけじゃない。過去を知りたくもない真相を閉じるにも。
Alrighty, and we are choosing a Gritze for our Grand Company. I take it the Elder Seatseer's words have touched your heart. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the Twin Adder? You have chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Seatseer will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matters. In order to complete the enrollment procedure, you must report to our headquarters in Credania, the Adder's Nest. The building you seek stands in the southern part of the city, now called New Gridania. Give your name to the personal officer there, and he will guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt that your deeds will bring a great honor to our order. When we next meet in Gridania, I shall be proud to call you sister. Alrighty. So let's go to Gritze and then we call quits for this episode. Because if you look well down below, it is already quite late. It is a Monday and we are working class people, which translates to we're wage slaves and we need to get up early because this is not our job. This is currently our enjoyment, and I hope someday it is job enjoyment. So until then, thank you very much for watching. This has been episode 15. The fox is refashioning her fashion sense, and to that matter, what is the last words of today's episode?
Play Final Fantasy and let us know if you like it as much as we do.
And if you want to play with us, we are on the Light Data server, and the server that we play on is Shiva. So if you want to join us, feel free to do so. We're happy to take you in, and take care. Bye bye. You know where to find us. You're a smart cookie. Interact with the video. Take care.
Bye bye.